Hello, everybody. Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. My name is Scrolls, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Copper Golem preview on Bedrock Edition, which is scheduled to release in fall 2025 on Java. And if you guys are excited about this update, make sure you guys like and subscribe. It helps me out, it helps the channel out, and you guys will get some awesome videos in return. So, with that being said, guys, let's jump right into it. All right, first things first, let's take a look at all the new items in the game. So, we got a new set of copper armor as well as copper tools. We have a copper nugget that got added to the game, as well as 8 new blocks. Yes, they are kind of duplicate waxed versus unwaxed, but regardless, we got 8 new blocks. We got the copper chest, which, in my personal opinion, I think it looks amazing, and we'll definitely see more of this later. And we got the copper golem spawn egg, which obviously you will have to be in creative to use, but it's nice that we have it so you don't have to create it every time, similar to the iron golem. The next thing I want to talk about, guys, is the copper tools and how they differentiate between the stone and iron tools. And let's start with the sword. I did a little testing here in creative and used the swords until they broke, counting how many hits it took on iron golems. And in doing so, I found that the stone sword broke after 105 hits, the copper sword broke after 154 hits, and the iron sword broke after 214 hits, which basically means that the copper sword was about 47% more durable than the stone and about 28% less durable than the iron, which I think is a pretty good medium, especially for durability. One thing I do think Minecraft kind of missed on is that the damage between the copper and stone tools are the exact same. I think bumping up even zero point 0.5 damage would have done something really cool and made it a nice happy medium between a stone and iron. Because currently it just kind of feels like copper is the exact same as stone, just a little bit faster and a little bit more durable. I also think it would have been cool if they added some more mining power to the copper tools, allowing you to maybe mine gold or emerald, and that's it. Just a little difference between the stone and copper would have been cool to see, besides just a durability increase in speed. But overall, I'm very happy with these changes. It's cool to see a new set of armor and tools come to the game, since we haven't seen anything like that since Netherite. So I'm very happy with this change overall. Let's move on to the armor. So let's go ahead and start with leather armor to get a baseline. And with leather armor, we get 3.5 armor bars. Whereas if we go to copper, we'll get 5, which I honestly think this looks really cool. And I think a nice touch that Minecraft could do is actually make the copper armor oxidize. Maybe it would take some durability off, but as a cosmetic, I think that would be a really cool thing that they do. Something that changes colors that's not too expensive to get. And then for the gold, we'll actually get 5.5. So it isn't in between of gold and leather. But a fun fact between the copper and gold is that the boots, pants, and helmet are all actually the same in terms of armor pieces. So if I were to take all of this off and go to here and then wear all the copper and then take off the chest plate, you can see we're at 3 armor bars. And if I were to replace all the gold with the copper pieces, we're still at 3 armor bars. So really the only difference between copper and gold is the chest plate. So if you wanted to mix and match, you definitely can. But overall, I think it's a pretty good in between. Copper is pretty easy to get, especially early game, and the fact that you don't need an iron pick is pretty solid. And leather armor is kind of bad, and I don't really like making it. I like using the leather for books later on because I find them annoying to get, and we just need so many of them. So I really almost never make leather armor. So it's nice to have an early game armor set that I can actually use and wear and feel pretty safe in. Now on to the main feature of this update. As you guys can see here, I have all the ways you can make copper golems. You just need a block of copper. It can be waxed or unwaxed, it doesn't really matter. But whenever you make it, it will actually have the oxidation applied to it. So if we go ahead and just lay all of these out, we'll go ahead and do this, and then we'll go one by one. And as you guys can see, it does create a copper chest when you make the copper golem. And if you guys don't know how these work, basically you'll just dump a ton of items in these copper chests, and the copper golem will take it and then try to find an according chest it matches up to. Basically, if you give it an item key, it will go put the items in that chest. And if it's an empty chest, it will put the blocks in there if there's space. But what it won't do, for example, is if I put a gold block in here saying that, hey, gold can go in here, and I put some honey in here. What it won't do is grab the honey and put it in this chest because it has designated that as a gold chest, and honey obviously is not gold. So what it will do is it will grab the honey, go up to the chest, and then idle for 7 seconds, and then try again. But since it is not a honey chest, it doesn't know how to actually interact with it. So we'll just idle until there is a chest. Now, what we can do is go ahead and add a honey to this chest. So we'll go ahead and go to here, add honey. And then now you can see the copper golem will go up to the chest and eventually put it in after 7 seconds. But since it just tried and couldn't, it will just go around for 7 seconds and then it'll go back in. And you can see it added 16 blocks of honey, which is how many blocks a copper golem can carry at a time. And their search area for chests is 32 blocks horizontally and 8 blocks vertically from where the copper golem is located. So basically, any chest within that search area can be pathfinded to. But what it can't do is actually reach 8 blocks in the air and place items in it, which will definitely change how chest rooms work currently because I know a lot of players just stack chests vertically and organize them that way. So this is definitely going to change the game in a very cool way, but also kind of an annoying way for existing chest rooms because what we'll have to do is build pathways to the new chests. So a cool mechanic that I found out is that they can actually reach this chest on the second row here. So you can do 2 chests at a time. But what it can't do is put it into this chest if it is empty. So you definitely have to put in a key. And it might be changed in the future because I think it does make sense for it to be able to reach this and put it in an empty chest if it's there. But at least currently it needs a key. So what I can do is I can go in here, give it 16 gold, and we'll give it 16 honey. And we'll also give it 16 diamonds. And what this copper golem will do then is pathfind its way to all of the chests in the order that it takes the blocks from. But it will start at this bottom chest and then go up. So what it plans on doing is checking the bottom chest, going up to this chest and checking it. And then the last chest it actually will check is this one, which I find very interesting because I feel like it should do closest to farthest. So maybe there needs to be some updates to the pathing of the copper golem. But let's go ahead and watch what it does. So it went ahead and put the gold away, no problem. It also will put the honey away, no problem. And then the diamond one will take a second because it will check this chest, wait 7 seconds, go up to here, wait 7 seconds, and then come back and put it in here. I believe that's how it works. So let's go ahead and take a look. So it goes up to the beginning chest, tries to put it in, can't do it. It sits there. It says, oh, okay, different chest. Let me try up here. And it won't be able to put it in here. And so now it will come back down. And as you can see, it's coming back down and it will go to this chest actually here after it waits 7 seconds. So I find this mechanic really interesting. And it didn't wait the 7 seconds before, but now it should be able to put it in here. And as you can see, it did, how many checks is that? 1, 2, wait 7 seconds, 3. And then on the 4th try, it actually found it. So I definitely think there needs to be a little bit of an update with the pathing for the golems. Now, I do understand that this is a preview, so there are some expected issues, I'm sure. But I do find that very interesting, and it is good to know that you can actually have second layer chests while it might be inefficient. I still think this is a great addition to the game, especially for early game inventory management and storage systems. I know hoppers are going to still be the most efficient and probably the best solution for managing a large storage system. But I think these guys add a lot of life into the game, especially within your base. And I'm excited to see all of the cool builds that people do using these guys, walking around, using them as NPCs or whatever you decide to use them as. But overall, I think this update is really cool and I'm very excited to see what everyone comes up with. And like I said, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe to get more content like this. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.